guys, we are grinding boss raids to get the most powerful ranks possible. Also, this video is insanely lucky, so definitely stick around. But yeah, currently we have some pretty trashy tier 1 ring, and yeah, I'm hoping to improve that today. The main ring I'm targeting is the Ring of Power, as it allows you to do so much damage. But yeah, there's also like kind of a decent chance that we make it to Aquatic Temple in this video. And bro, that will honestly be insane. But yeah, since we have like a pretty decent volcanic chambers set, yeah, we quite literally like just 3-shot him, bro. This is so easy. And yo, we got a ring. Oh my gosh, bro, it's a guardian ring, bro. Screw this. Although it does have like kind of decent stats, so I'm kind of forced to use it. But trust me, bro, I don't want to use it. And we're gonna be getting better rings later in the video. Also, we're probably gonna be collecting our daily reward either once we hit nightmare mode or Aquatic Temple, so definitely stick around. But truly, for the longest time, I've said that this series is gonna get hard, and that's kind of this time right now, because bro, volcanic chambers is by no means easy. But man, it's so crazy, bro. We actually reached volcanic chambers in this series. Dude, I feel like an actual pro. But man, great things are to come, and if you've made it so far, subscribe, bro. We are on a journey and you guys should join me. But yeah, I'm starting to get used to like the new monster style of this dungeon, because it's very different to every other dungeon that we've encountered in this series. Because rather than circling around the monsters and trying to dodge like the line attacks that they do, you have to like quite literally walk through them in a very precise way, and you have to be so careful. But man, we're on the boss that makes or breaks run. This guy, he is very hard. Like, if you are not careful on this boss, you can like literally screw yourself over and you have to restart the run. But yeah, to be honest, this boss pales in comparison to ones from Aquatic Temple. Aquatic Temple is gonna be so brutal, but I think I'm ready for it. Oh my gosh, come on, bro, let me patch up the holes. This requires intense focus. And also we got Greg, let's go. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much have like almost the best set you get from insane mode, because yeah, realistically I don't think I'm dropping like a purple piece or anything. So yeah, I'm pretty much chilling, and my damage I'd say is pretty decent, though with a good ring it could be actually phenomenal. But let's see what we get. That is, yeah, that's pretty trash, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, this boss still gives me so much anxiety, dude. He is tough, although I don't think there's like a better looking boss in this game, bro. Like, this guy looks so sick. Dude, come on, bro, just let me kill you, bro. But yeah, with that, the boss has been slain and my loot drops have been very trash. But yeah, I guess we'll play the boss raids again. Yeah, I'm considering the possibility of spending more money on this account, because you know, I kind of want to have more attempts on the Goliath. And also, we're gonna need to spend money anyways once we run out of XP boosts. So I don't know, we might spend some money in this episode. Bro, we need the best rings possible, and currently my luck is pretty trash, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But man, this boss gets easier and easier every time. Already he's dead, and we got another ring, yo. But yeah, we once again have like more emblems to spend. And bro, to be honest, I'm just gonna put it all in and see if I get something good. Please, bro, please. Oh, I got a cosmetic title. I mean, it's a green one, so I don't really care, but at least it's something, bro. Also, we can do it again. Yeah, that's very great. But guys, we also got our first level up in volcanic chambers. Now, I will definitely admit that the progression is significantly shorter in this dungeon than orbital outpost, because yeah, they kind of had to substitute for not having boss raids in the game, or I guess the old boss raid. But yeah, we are just a few level ups away from nightmare mode, and man, that's gonna be crazy, bro. Playing nightmare of this dungeon, dude, I wonder if I could even do it. Bro, why are these bosses so punishing? He like spawns these freaking searing orbs. I don't know why bosses like this are so freaking difficult, bro. Because yeah, bro, I am not wasting my time breaking those things. Bro, stop! I'm actually dying to a freaking orb. I'm like, that's not even an NPC or anything. Yeah, a huge tip I can give to you new players, or really just anyone that plays Dungeon Quest, learn like the 3 different dodging styles in this game. What do I mean by this? Well, for every like monster group in this game, there's a few ways you could dodge. You can either go like this and like aggro them and back up, which is good for some dungeons. But in dungeons like volcanic chambers, it's very smart to actually like immediately run through them. And yeah, the third method of dodging is to like literally run circles around them. But yeah, it's important to understand these 3 dodge styles, because once you learn them, you'll become a pro like me. Well, maybe I'm not someone you want to aspire to be like. But yeah, a lot of you guys are new players, and you know, I want to teach you guys the game. But also, we are on horrible time, bro. We were supposed to have like beaten the second boss. I've actually been getting spawn killed, dude. Yeah, this dungeon still is difficult to me. And bro, I thought orbital outpost was difficult. This is to the next level. But the silver lining is our damage is very good. And yeah, to get the set that that I currently have, which is like a full almost blue set, it took me hours of trading, which is really the unfortunate thing about doing Noob to Godly is like you will spend like half of the time trading to actually be able to get like a usable set, because there's no chance you're dropping anything close to that good in daily rewards. Man, this run has not been good, bro. How did bro, are you kidding me? I literally can't even say anything before I die. But yeah, we are on like 1 minute left on the final boss. That is harsh, dude. This dungeon needs a nerf. This dungeon actually needs a nerf. Bro, if I lose this with the set that I currently have, that's gonna be embarrassing. Bro, oh my gosh. No chance, bro. He was one shot. What? Bro, what is this game? Boys, I need boss rates to cheer me up. And we're also gonna have to spend money because we're probably gonna be playing this later in the video as well, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, I knew that the progression would like slow down, but it slowed down so hard. And to be honest, I'm just gonna like cut a lot more so, you know, we actually make some progress in this episode. Let's see what we get. Are you freaking kidding me? I didn't even get a ring. That is sad. Boys, after so long, we are finally coming close to leveling up again. I've literally cut out so much gameplay just because of the sheer amount of time it takes to level up. Like truly, the progression has gone horrendous, and I have to play like 50 billion games just to get like a freaking third of a level up. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. But boys, I still think we can hit Aquatic Temple today, or at the very least Nightmare Mode. Yeah, one thing I never really got about this dungeon was why it's called Volcanic Chamber. Bro, I have not seen a single volcano in this entire dungeon. And yeah, like quite literally everything in this is revolved around being a volcano. And bro, if I had to call out like one of the most annoying bosses in this game, it would have to be this one right here, the freaking deity of the volcano. He is so hard for no reason whatsoever. Like, bro, what am I supposed to do to this guy? Dude, look at the map. Like truly, how do they expect people to beat this? This is just like brutal and unforgiving. But finally we leveled up. Oh my gosh, it took so long. And guys, keep in mind, this is all done with the 2 times XP boost. I could not imagine progressing normally in this game. That would have to be the most brutal thing ever. But guys, the end is truly in sight. We only have a few more dungeons until this series is actually completed. And while it will be difficult, I know we can do it. And you guys are very good motivational support. Yeah, bro, to the people who leave comments, I very much appreciate, you know, hate comments and everything, bro. Yeah, I bring this up to reference a comment that I got on the last episode that was over like 10 pages long, dude. He wrote an entire college essay on why the last episode was bad. And to be honest, bro, if you're watching this, which I know you are, I am not reading all of that. But man, still thinking, bro. 20 episodes in, and we've made it this far. But man, it's crazy to think that we've been through 21 episodes of this series. And yeah, to be honest, I feel bad for anyone who's trying to watch this series from the very start. But at the same time, you have hours upon hours of content. Because yeah, we have grinded this game for so long to get to this point, and we can't quit now. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this spell that I have, like this Molten Shard spell, is so OP, dude. It's range is like solid, and it does very, very good damage. Honestly, like probably the best spell I've used so far. But with that, the boss has been slain, and my loot has been made horrible. Wow. Why can't I get something good? Maybe I'll get something good from gambling. Oh, yo! Oh, that's a W drop. What? Dude. Wait, we just got like a really rare thing. We got the Warsmith's Corroded Chain Sight, which has a 1.5% drop rate. Oh, dude, I'll take that any day of the week. Look at this stuff, bro. Man, gambling has actually came to my advantage for once in my entire life. But I wish it would have been on my main account. Man, our luck has been very good recently. Like, we dropped the legendary, and then just a bit ago, this very rare cosmetic. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the progression has never felt slower. I am leveling up like insanely slow. Yeah, the jump from Orbital Outpost to Volcanic Chambers is a very brutal one. But despite that, we are approaching Nightmare Mode. And yeah, I'd much rather like constantly grind Nightmare instead of Insane, because you know, we have the chance of dropping cosmetics and legendary, along with the beautiful thing known as collectible armor. That's why I would advise, if you're gonna carry someone, definitely carry people who are in Nightmare Mode. But we are nearly approaching level 153, and I've cut out like 50 matches of playing. But yeah, at least this dungeon is like fun. Bro, this is easily like the most enjoyable dungeon we've come across. I don't know, it just feels very satisfying to play, and the map is just beyond beautiful. But bro, it literally pales in comparison to Aquatic Temple. And with that, we beat the dungeon. Getting trash again. Wow. If that isn't the most common thing ever. One thing that I really hate about this dungeon is that the map doesn't even load, bro. Like, what is that? I'm not entirely sure if this is the fault of dungeon quests or if it's more so Roblox. But yeah, it definitely does take away from the experience, having literally half of the map not be loaded. But yeah, we should level up on this boss. But finally, we leveled up again, bro. Just 2 more until nightmare mode. And that is gonna be so nice getting out of there. And also, we got 69 emblem. And yeah, there's pretty much no chance I'm beating this dungeon, so unfortunately, I have to rejoin. But yeah, we're saving our daily reward for nightmare mode. But guys, one thing I did off camera was traded for a full set of nightmare armor. It's not upgraded, but it's definitely gonna help us for then. Boys, despite this progression, I'm kind of hopeful for nightmare mode because I think I'll actually level up a lot faster than that. Don't get me wrong, I love this dungeon, but bro, I do not want to play it this many times. But one thing beneficial of playing these dungeons for so long is that I've been literally piling up Greg materials, and I think that we could actually craft the very first weapon for Greg. I think we have enough material because if you guys don't know, this dungeon actually gives gold things or whatever, and that's one of the main materials we need. But bro, I think I've actually become kind of a pro at this dungeon, and I know that despite our set, nightmare mode is still gonna be hard, bro. And we finally leveled up. And speaking of nightmare mode, we are now just 1 level away, and also we've been putting everything into physical power, and at this point we quite literally need it, bro. Damage is everything. But yeah, I'm not gonna say that volcanic chambers has not gotten repetitive, because it definitely has, and I am truly excited for Aquatic Temple because that dungeon is nice and bright. I'll finally get to see the sun after so long. Playing the same dungeon over and over again is the most annoying thing ever, and once you finally get into a new area, bro, it feels the best. Yeah, you advanced dungeon quest players would know what I'm talking about. I don't know, guys, am I just a dungeon quest simp or something? But it's crazy, bro. After such a long journey, we are simply 1 level away. Yeah, if this is volcanic chambers, I can't even imagine the other dungeons to come. Yeah, I've been getting the new dungeons every other episode, and that's honestly gonna stop very quickly. It'll be every 3 episodes that I get to a new dungeon from now on. It might even get more than that, because I cannot play this game for 5 hours per every episode. The one benefit that comes from playing a lot of dungeons is you get quite a bit of loot, so you'll have a lot of gold to be able to upgrade gear. But man, I'm just excited for nightmare mode, so at least we'll get something good whenever we beat the dungeon. Quite literally, I have nothing to be excited for when beating this dungeon, because I literally already have almost the best stuff to get. But this is what I mean, a gray mage chest plate. Bro, do you think I need that? You know, at least we can gamble, and gamble to get quite literally nothing good. Bro, what is this drop? But boys, if we look at our progress on the crafting station, yeah, we still do got a little bit of a ways to go. But yeah, I'm nearly able to craft the very first weapon, which I mean, I guess is pretty nice. But man, we are halfway to nightmare mode, so bro, let's finally hit it. Boys, to really put into perspective how long I've actually been grinding this dungeon, bro, look at my inventory. Keep in mind that I get 1 item per run. Yeah, dude, this grind has been so long, but we are just a sliver of XP away from nightmare mode. And man, it is honestly a dream come true to finally be leaving this difficulty. And man, I'm truly ready for nightmare. And also, we have saved our daily reward for that moment, because unfortunately I did not trade for a nightmare spell, so we're gonna need one. But I will say, the one thing I do like about this dungeon is it is very satisfying to play. All the sound effects and stuff, it just feels so smooth. And yeah, I'm super glad that I have a good set, because playing this with something trash that would be a nightmare. But guys, there was kind of one thing that I really want to talk about, and that's kind of the low lifespan of the recent Dungeon Quest update. Bro, I swear, after a week, Dungeon Quest updates get very boring. And while the updates aren't that infrequent, we get them once every month. And bro, there's weeks upon weeks where there's just nothing to do in this game. And yeah, to be honest, everyone already got bored of the boss raids thing. Dude, people were bored when it released, but I don't know, there's just nothing that really lasts in this game. And honestly, bro, I'm just excited for the next update. Yeah, I recently did a poll asking like what update was your guys' favorite. And yeah, like quite literally almost everyone said Greg. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that because Greg was honestly such a good way to add some diversity to dungeon and take away some of the repetitiveness of the game. But guys, this right here is the last group of monsters until we get into nightmare mode. And man, I could not be more excited. I just want to get out of here, dude. I never want to play insane again. And just like that, bro, level 155. Look at how many dungeons I've done. But boys, before I collect my daily reward, dude, I have to sell my inventory. I already have like 125 items. And with that, we can clear out all of this loot. And yeah, we have like 40 billion gold. But man, please give me something good in my daily reward. I just want something good. And oh my gosh, that is horrible. Wow. I just got like 2 trashy weapons and a mage thing. But it's a good thing that we got a full set of nightmare armor. And it is significantly better than the one I previously had. And we also got a new ability called Blade Fall. But bro, let's play nightmare mode. Boys, after such a long grind, we finally made it to nightmare. Man, I am so happy. I know the leveling is still gonna be slow, but it is what it is. At least we'll get good loot. And also testing out our damage. Yeah, I think we 2-shot them. Yeah, this is actually not bad. Although do keep in mind they like actually 1-shot us because we're going glass cannon. But dude, this new spell right here is so satisfying to use. Like, look at this, bro. I just send like a blade from the sky. Yeah, bro, this is what the volcanic chambers experience is all about. And I've become actually cracked at this dungeon, so it's gonna be very useful for this mode. But boys, our journey to Aquatic Temple begins because we are merely 5 levels away. And boys, if you don't know, Aquatic Temple is my favorite dungeon of all time. And I know I say that for a lot of dungeons, but there is no other dungeon that I'll say is better than Aquatic. Like, truly, it's just such an amazing dungeon. And you guys will see why later on. But guys, after this game, we'll definitely trade for a legendary because we are still doing pretty bad damage. We will look dripped out with that legendary, dude. And bro, it's crazy that I can just like swing my sword and kill these guys. That is the one advantage that warrior has. If you just like nearly 2-shot the guys, you can just go and quickly swing at them and be able to kill them. And we got Greg. Yeah, to be honest, it's kind of stopped becoming exciting to get him, but now it actually is gonna be good because we get nightmare item. And honestly, I can take anything I can get from nightmare mode. Bro, it feels so nice to finally be getting something good. And look at this damage. Yeah, just an easy 2-shot. Bro, I have never felt more pro in this game. Like, bro, how do you even justify doing this much damage? But boys, we also got a new spell called Lava Barrage. And yeah, I think it's a better spell because it has longer range. But I'm gonna go and test that out. All right, Lava Barrage, don't let me down. You have not let me down. Wow, that has a lot of range. Dude, look at the range to this spell, bro. I'm hitting them from like a mile away. Bro, this spell is god tier. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm definitely sticking to this, bro. Although it does have multiple ticks, it is very worth the extra range. And also, I do slightly more damage, which will allow me to fully 2-shot them. And just like that, we are on the final boss with 5 minutes left. Oh my goodness, bro. This time is insane. Man, everything feels worth it, bro. The long grind. No, let me make it to the orb. Come on, bro. Okay, there we go. Yeah, me personally, the main way I enjoy dungeons is if I do a lot of damage. I don't know. For me personally, it just feels so nice to be able to just quickly like tear through their health and be able to like 2-shot. I find personal enjoyment with that. Man, let me get something good. Oh, that's not bad. That's a purple piece of mage armor. Unfortunately, I'm not a mage, but I'll take it. But ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are currently inside of a public server. And that's because we're attempting to trade for the warrior legendary of volcanic chambers. And to be honest, I'm just gonna cut to when I make the trade. Okay, so I think I found a player right here who's offering me the Lava King's War Scythe. And yeah, I'm trading him a few legendaries, so I think he might accept it. And yeah, just like that, bro, we now have a legendary in hand, the Lava King's War Scythe. Man, that was honestly too easy. But boys, I got episode 22 on the screen for you guys, so definitely go check it out. Man, this was probably our grindiest episode yet. But for now, I'll see you guys later.